Another vlog. This is A Constant Harm by Alice Bishop. This is one of the books on the Readings Prize list. So I just got it from the library and I needed to pick it up and have a little read immediately. So I found a little nook and I'm going to do that. It's short stories. It's flash fiction. Is that true? Or is it just short stories? There's some which are just a page. I don't know. There's some which are just that. This is also about the Black Saturday bushfires, which I just read a book called The Arsonist by Chloe Hooper. I don't know if you remember me reading that, but yeah, that was also about the same tragedy. So it'll be interesting to see different perspectives if there are any, and yeah, to learn more. It's a gorgeous cover, isn't it? Anyway, I'm just going to sit in here and read a few pages before I head home because I just want to try. I just want to start straight away. This is the most beautiful day. There was like kid time at the library and that's shit's noisy, so I just left. The copper on the outside of this library is just gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Anyway, I read about 25 pages, not much. It's very emotionally charged, as you would expect. It's also short stories, which I don't always enjoy, because I feel like I want to keep getting to know people. So yeah, that's a bit challenging for me, but there's some beautiful lines and beautiful settings put together by this writing. So I'm gonna head home and try and avoid jobs and keep reading. Home now. I wanted to sit outside, but the wind started to pick up again and it's so hazy and smoky. I mean, look at my eyes. They're just like puffy and constantly weeping. I'm not enjoying this. I'm cranky, aren't I? So I just ate all of the fridge. Do I have chocolate on my mouth? Yeah, I had chocolate. Right, so I've picked this up again. So that's what this vlog's about, of course. So this is the book that I'm reading for the vlog. I'm just going to plow through. I'm going to chat to you when I finish this first part. I've probably got another 50 pages to read. Anyway, I'm just going to go back to sitting in self-pity crankiness and read my book. Speak to you soon. Hi, it's 9 p.m. I have had an afternoon of a friend over, so that took some time and that's why I haven't been talking to you, but I only just finished the first section. It's called Prevailing in a Constant Hum. So this is a short story collection, I've told you that, right? So I was worried about how I was going to get on with it because I like to delve a bit deeper and I get a bit frustrated at not being able to do that with short stories. But I'm really emotionally connecting to the people in this book. So Prevailing was all about all these different people who had lost their homes or lost loved ones in the Black Saturday bushfires and just where they were at now after it's all gone down. So there's one was at the court case, and then some had stayed and rebuilt, and some were living in the city now, and some were dealing with mental illness because of it and all sorts of things. So yeah, I did emotionally connect to most of the stories in here, which I didn't expect, being that they were such short little ones. Anyway, I'm going to put it down now because we're a bit late, and the writing's great. It really is. There are some lines in there that I am in awe of, and so that makes me happy. It takes a lot of energy. My husband just laughed. Are you laughing at me? No. Oh, gee. It takes a lot of energy to read because it's such a dark, tragic story. So I'm just going to pop it down now. I have a little bit of energy to read some more. So here it is. I've got 70 pages to go. I know this isn't a vlog about the overstory, but I really need to include the fact that I finally finished this book. I don't think it's going to happen tonight, but at least I'm making progress. So look, so close. I'm going to pick it up for a little bit and have a cup of tea and do all that sort of stuff. I sat down in my reading chair to start reading, but it's cold. Oh, and then I come into this beautiful, oh, look at the sun, look at the sun, look at the sun. Oh, I'm going to sit in here. That is so much better. We're getting into spring. We are getting into spring. I've just been doing all of the stuff and there's so much more to do. So I've been doing that this morning and now I'm going to read a bit of The Constant Hum. I need to read the southerly part today, which is about 70 pages. The book's divided into prevailing, southerly and northerly, and I didn't really understand why, and lucky I'm reading this with a group of fabulous people, and Jacqueline from 6 Minutes for Me is part of that. And she reminded us that in the Black Saturday bushfires, one of the major issues and the reason why, one of the reasons why it was such a huge tragedy was because the wind changed, and so the fire was tracking one way and then very quickly the wind changed and pushed it another, and that trapped a lot of people. People who thought that they were fine were suddenly in very real danger. So the fact that this book is divided into these parts is interesting, and I hope that the stories reflect that, whether people head in one direction and they turn around and go in another. I don't know. We will see. So I'm going to sit in my sunlit reading room. I can feel I can come back in here again. It's just been too cold. It's just been way too cold in here because it's so full of glass. But we might be able to start using this room again, and that would just make me so happy. Anyway, today is just a kind of getting back into things day, and a very, very dear friend who lives in Western Australia, so on the other side of this huge country, she's here. And so we're going to go and have lunch with her, which will just be delightful. I adore her and miss her, so getting to see her briefly for lunch will absolutely make my day. So yeah, it's going to be just a lovely day. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I need to get to reading. I'll talk soon. Haven't read a thing. Got distracted. Posted a photo for Instagram because I'm really trying to post a photo every day. I pick up a book every day, so I think I should just post a photo every day. So did that. And then my sister, who I trust implicitly with her book recommendations, recommended me this fantasy series that she loves. My sister does not read fantasy at all. But she really loves is it Ursula K. Le Guin or something like that? Anyway, I reserved this book. I'll put it here. It's the first in the Earthsea series. I've never said anything like that before, and I've watched so many funky YA booktubers talk about the first in the series. So I've reserved that at the library. So get ready for a Natalie Tries Fantasy video. Anyway, I got to read. I gave myself until 10:30 to read. It's now 10. So I'll get as much reading in as I can for the next half an hour. Oh, I'm hopeless. Anyway, it's 10:30. If I don't stick to this schedule, then yeah, my day is going to get really messy. So I'm going to spend the next hour cleaning, and then I'm going to go into town for lunch. Damn, I'm so close to finishing that section. I'm probably like 20 pages off. So annoying. Okay, yeah, I got to clean up the feral house. Let's make that happen. I have 15 minutes to go before I have to leave. I've done all of the things, so I'm just going to quickly try and bust out those next 20 or 30 pages or whatever, so I can check in and talk to my buddies about it. Okay. I don't know why I put the camera here to talk to you. I'm late for lunch, but I had to finish that part off, and I did. and it was heart-wrenching. This perspective of people after the fact, you know, people not what they did, what happened during the fires, how they lost their lives, how they lost their homes, but them rebuilding their life and the challenges that come with that. People are still going through all of this. It's such an important perspective. It's something that, you know, this whole fast-paced news cycle is just letting us forget, because we move on to the next tragedy or the next, you know, newsworthy thing, and we don't really, I'm saying we, I'm sorry, I don't really sit down and, you know, however many years on, and think about how people are coping. There's a story in here of a boy. I mean, this is fiction. I need to remember that, but I'm really feeling connecting to this, and I really believe that this is pain that people are going through. There's this boy at high school just trying to put his life together. Oh, I'm gonna cry. And you know, he lost his brothers, and his mum got sent away. Like just the sadness that he's going to carry with him for the rest of his life. I can't even. So incredibly sad. Anyway, this is a reflection of the writing, maybe. I'm connecting to it. I was just saying to my buddies, I think the only problem I'm going to have with this book is that it's short stories, because just even for the case of that boy in that short story, I just want to know if he's okay. You know, I need a resolution, and short stories, you know, don't have the time to give that to you. So that's probably why I don't read them normally. But all of these perspectives are incredibly important to remind me that, you know, it doesn't just go away when the news stops talking about it. Oh, it's emotional. Let me tell you, it is heavy. It is really heavy. Right. Let's pull myself together. I'm late for lunch, so let me go have lunch with my husband and my friend, and we'll talk. Hi. I just had a gorgeous lunch with gorgeous people, and I didn't take a video footage of anything. You know, when I was talking about upping my video game and challenging myself to make better content, yes, that's what I meant. Not forgetting about pulling out the camera. I've got to go and find something for dinner. I've got to take inspiration from the grocery store shelves because I have no idea. Anyway, I'll talk to you if I read anything else. Or maybe this afternoon is just going to be a write-off where I don't get to do what I want to. Okay. I don't know where anybody is. But that's all right with me. I'm going to pick up a book. I bet you at the minute I pick it up and open it up, they drive up the driveway. I'm going to pick up the overstory because I really just want to get it finished. Let's see how many pages I get read before someone gets home. Wouldn't it be lovely if I just finished the whole thing? I didn't have to get anybody dinner or any washing off the line or light any fires. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh, but they're so cute. I got interrupted by a visitor. It's the best thing about living on a kind of main road where people drive past to get home and go into town and stuff. I always have someone dropping in. It's really nice. Just had a lovely cup of tea with a lovely man. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm still home alone now. Mick just left, so no kids and no husband. Don't know where they are. Not going to try and find out. I'm just going to keep reading. What a nice afternoon I'm having. I did it. I finished the overstory. I'm going to do a video on it, hopefully tomorrow or the next day. But this is my perfect book. My perfect book. And I need to read everything that Richard Powers has ever written. His writing to me is perfection. I just adored it. This is 5-star all the way. Have to be one of the best I've ever read, for sure. Top 5, top 3. I don't know. I've never worked that out. What my top books of all time are, but this is absolutely up the top. Absolutely. Loved it, loved it. Thank you to Paula, my buddy, who was patient with me because she finished it a while ago. but she also prompted me to pick it up. When I logged it on my Goodreads thing, it said that I started this book in November of last year. So it took me nearly a year to read this book, but I read the start of it and put it down, and then because of the prompting from Paula, she wanted to read it and she's a great buddy of mine, I picked it up again and started from the start, and just adored it. Just to be clear, I put it down because we moved house, and this takes a lot of energy, this book, it really does, because there's so many things to consider and so many prompts that Richard Powers gives us to think about and adjust in our own lives, yada yada. I mean, it's so confronting with the reality of what we are doing as humans to this earth. So yeah, so I put it down because I was moving house and taking care of my family, and I just needed to focus on that. Yeah, I loved it right from the start, but I hugged it. I hugged it. We all know what that means. Okay, give me a minute. I'll let you know whether I'm going to read any more tonight. I just so glad I experienced this book. If you haven't read it, do it now. Do it now. I had this book lined up to read today and this book lined up to read today. Both are great. Both are intense. Not intense, just both make me think a lot. And after just having plowed through the end of the Overstory, I just need to just dive into a good story, not something that will make my brain tick over. So the two good stories I have are Barkskins, only a little bit left to go in this one, and Once Upon a River. These are my two great stories. Barkskins is very thought-provoking, but not in an analytical kind of way. Oh, my baby's sick and is coughing. Yeah, I think I might get stuck into Barkskins. We'll keep reading about trees, or maybe not, no. I need a break from the trees. Once Upon a River it is. I'm going to have a shower and then crawl into bed with my new sheets, my clean sheets, and read a book. Okay. I'm glad we sorted that out together. I'm snuggled up in my clean sheets after having a little read by the fire and a shower. I'm going to sign off for the day. I need to just cozy on down. I'll see you tomorrow. I've got half an hour before I have to get the kids, so I'm killing time in the youth bookstore. Want to see what I got? I got a Henry James to add to my collection of these Penguin classics. It was in good nick. What's this one? Oh, this is something, an Australian author. Something to do with, is Shakespeare this dude? I don't know much about Shakespeare. I should be joining it on ShakeTube with this. Oh, no, I don't know. It just looked interesting. I don't really know. Oh, I found this. I've seen this everywhere. No idea what it's about. Travel in the 21st Century in Human Anatomy. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty cool to have that. Oh, and I found this. Normally this is held up on BookTube with the big hardcover and stuff. But who was reading it? Was it Olive from a Book Olive? I don't know. This is, yeah. Is this the one? There's the big fair and something happens at the big fair. I don't really know. Anyway, I recognised it. What's this one? Oh, the bonsai tree. The bonsai tree. Yeah, sucker for any sort of Japanese fiction. I don't know. It looked like a cool cover. Something to do with an Australian modern classic. Working class life in 1950s Australia. Never heard of it. Never heard of poor old Dorothy, but give it a go. And I got 2 Agatha Christie's. I came to Baghdad. Is this guy going to hit my car? A very real possibility he's going to hit my car. Nope, he didn't hit my car. I don't know if this is a standalone or this is a Perot. Does anybody know that? No, it's a nice edition though, isn't it? And, oh, it fell down, another Agatha Christie. I just want to collect as many as I can and try and find all of the same editions eventually. The Body in the Library. Is this a Perot? I have no idea. I have no idea if this is a standalone, a Marple, a Perot. Who else? Tommy and Tuppence? I don't know. But anyway, that's my little haul. That cost me $14. I love my secondhand book shopping. It's so much fun. Okay, I've got to try and get to the library, the grocery store before I have to collect my kids in 45 minutes. Let's do it. I've just smashed out the jobs and I'm probably 10 minutes early to collect the kids. Who am I? Who is this productive woman today? Yeah, I'm just smashing it. I haven't read anything though. This morning I read some of Barkskins and I checked in with my buddy Heidi on that one. Heidi from My Reading Life. She's lovely. So we're nearly finished. We're probably 70 pages from finishing that huge book. So that would be great. I would love to get that done today. And I would love to finish A Constant Hum today. So yeah. I think I want to finish Barkskins because I finished the Overstory yesterday and now I feel like, you know, that's one that's been hanging around for a while too, so I need to kind of get that done. I do need to catch up on some buddy reads. Oh, there's lots to do. But you know what? I haven't read today, but I'm feeling okay. I feel really productive. Like I've done a good job. So yeah, I've got the kids now, collecting the kids now, and then I've got a lovely friend coming over for a cup of tea. I haven't seen her for ages, so that'll be a great catch up. And then, you know, who knows what will happen. Just thought I'd check in and let you know I haven't read anything and where I've been at, but know that I'm very happy. This is me right now. So incredibly sad. This is a story called Aftermath. If you pick this up, not if, when you pick this book up. It's too much. It's a mother-baby story, so of course it's going to be too much, but oh my gosh. It's so well written. I'm a mess. I had to record the tears because this has happened a number of times throughout this book. Holy moly, that's sad. I just finished it. I don't want to take it back to the library. I want to keep it forever. I'm gonna have to buy my own copy. I just need this in my life. I just need this. Oh. Okay, I've taken a bit of a break. I needed a break. I'm still puffy from crying. I just checked in with my buddies and just emotionally unloaded on them. So hooray to that. Sorry, buddies, but that's what you get when you buddy read a book with me. Okay, I mean, what a book. What this book does, I don't think I've mentioned it, it works backwards in timeline. So it starts with people, you know, dealing with it maybe years later and then a bit closer to the tragedy. And then the last section, Northerly, which is where it's so emotional, was like just as it happened. and the last story was like waiting for it to happen. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't think it is, but it's emotionally ramped up towards the end. Let me tell you, that whole last section was amazing. I told you about the one I cried in, but there's an amazing story called Sticks in here, which is written from a child's perspective and about her best friend. Is it Johnny or somebody? I just think her writing from a child's perspective, each time that's happened throughout this book, has been amazing. So well done, Alice Bishop. I just loved that writing 100%. Like, it was just brilliant. Sometimes writing from a child's perspective can be so cliche and, you know, whatever, but I was totally impressed by that. There's also the first story in the end part called Kangaroo Paw was one that made me kind of understand short story writing a bit better. I thought it was probably the first one throughout. Like, I've connected emotionally with characters, but Kangaroo Paw for me was the first story where I kind of felt fulfilled by, because we've all talked about my need for a resolution in a story. So that one kind of made me, I read it and I was like, right, that's, you know, I didn't need any more. There we go. That's what I mean to say. So yeah, I loved it. And, you know, for me, this is always going to be a 4-star book, right? Because I don't connect with short story. Like, it's my thing. But holy moly, that last part, talk about ending with a bam. Like, just amazingly written, amazing perspectives. Just so important, so important. This is 5 stars. This is great. You don't need to be an Australian to read this book. You don't need to know a lot about the Black Saturday bushfires, because I don't know a lot, to read this book. It's just moving, and it's really, really, really well written. I loved it. Of course, it's always going to be compared to The Arsonist by Chloe Hooper, which I did from the start. I was wondering what kind of difference in perspectives we're going to go on here, but this is a totally different book. You know, one's fiction and one's not fiction, right? But The Arsonist focuses on the man that was charged and how the fires went down from like a technical point of view. This is about people. This is just all about the people. I mean, Chloe Hooper does bring that in The Arsonist as well, don't get me wrong. It's a fabulous book. But this is emotionally heart-wrenching. I feel so devastated and so fulfilled all at the same time, which is probably why I can't articulate what's going on with me right now, because that's a weird combo to be feeling. Oh, it's magic. It's magic. I'm so glad that, I'm just, please, if you can find it overseas, grab it. If you're in Australia, grab it. It's wonderful. And like I said before, I don't want to take it back to the library. I don't. I'm going to get my own copy for sure, just to have it and to hug it every now and then. That's what I feel like I need to do. Just hug these people, tell them it's going to be, it's going to be okay. Oh, that's in one of the stories. Oh, too much. Anyway, that's the end of this vlog. If you ever do pick this up, please think of me and let me know what you think and your thoughts. And just bloody well done, Alice Bishop. This was a great experience. Anyway, I'm going to check out. I will chat with you guys in the next video. Bye.